Hi, I'm Rick Peterson, and welcome to the Star Media Studios in downtown Luverne. Papik Motor is our featured sponsor for this edition of the Chamber Chatter. If you are in the market for a new or pre-owned SUV, pickup, car, van, check out the inventory of 300 plus vehicles on the lots of Papik Motors. They have 3 locations. One, of course, is here in Luverne, and then the others are in Rock Rapids and Sibley, Iowa. Also, check out the front page ad on this week's edition of the Luverne Announcer to find out about the awesome employee pricing and additional discounts on select models, along with the Papik pricing and tariff-free deals. Now is a smart time to buy. Check it out on papik.com. Kenzi, welcome to this edition of Chamber Chatter. And how was your Easter?
My Easter was good. We went with our family in New Ulm. We did some pottery painting at Soda Street Painting. It was a lot of fun.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
How about your Easter?
Hey, we had a great weekend, and the granddaughters came over on Easter Sunday. They did a little Easter egg hunting, and what has developed into a tradition, which isn't hard to follow, but we did a little kite flying, and it seems whenever we lay the kites out, the wind kind of dies down. So, but it was all cool. So, what's going on this week at the Chamber?
All right. So this week we've had a couple calls in asking about the spring cleanup, which is today through the 25th. So I just wanted to reiterate on that. They will pick it up on your garbage route. So whatever day your garbage is picked up will be the items on your curb. So
Super. Yeah, kudos out to the city crew this week. Rain is in the forecast, but they will canvass the town in 1 week and clean up all of our junk. And what a great, great perk that is for the citizens of Luverne to have that done by the city. So thank you, guys.
yeah, what else is new is the rummage sale will be April 30th through the 3rd. Today, April 21st, is the last day to register. It's $35. We have the signs. There's new signs this year. They're red. So if you had a black one, you can still use them.
Okay.
But the red is new, so we'll know.
All right, cool.
After that, so the Luverne Area Chamber in CVV is hosting a wildlife and landscape photo contest. You can enter in, you can send your photos to the Luverne Chamber email. You enter in to win one of $900 in prizes. So there's 6 $50 prizes awarded each contest.
Okay.
And right now we have the May through June entry deadline is June 30th. We can start now, but it's for May to June. All entries must be digital images. All photos must be taken within Rock County, and all entries must include a name, address, phone number, and email of photographer, and a title of the photo.
Okay, and there's 3 different times?
There's 3 different times for this contest. So the first one is May through June.
Okay.
And the second is July through August. And the last one is September through October.
Okay, and that gives the photographers great seasonal opportunities to get
Yes.
different settings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
We've had some beautiful photos entered in the past. You can check out our Facebook page, and
Okay.
we'll send some to you guys to try to show. But
Sure, thank you.
yeah. So that's what's going on right now. And then we have the ecumenical coffee at the First Presbyterian Church on May 7th. So a little bit ahead, but that'll be the Kids Rock Child Care Center, investing in our future. So the guest speaker will be Emily Crabtree. And it'll be hosted by the First Presbyterian Women. So you have to RSVP, so text or call 507-227-1427.
Great.
Yeah.
Busy week.
Busy week. After that, I have, if you don't have anything else, I have our military minute.
Great, let's hear it.
All right, so our military minute for the day, in our last military minute, we discussed that Luverne unit was reorganized and made more professional in 1903 once Congress passed the Dick Bill. This made it so the National Guard in various states had a federal force more than a state force. They were to be organized, armed, and disciplined in the same manner as the regular army. The states were to train and appoint officers, and their respective units no longer elected guard officers. Regular Army officers were to be detailed to the state units as inspector instructors, and federal aid was also made available. On July 15th, 1917, Company A, 2nd Regiment, Minnesota of the Army National Guard of Luverne was mustered into federal service with 143 men as a result of World War I. So Company A left Luverne on September 27th, 1917 for training at Camp Cody, New Mexico. And for those that don't know, the training at Camp Cody, New Mexico is how the Red Bulls were started. The patch is dedicated to the harsh conditions of Camp Cody. So the Luverne National Guard troops did not fight together as a unit, but individually the men of Company A saw some of the hardest fighting of the war, and 7 members of the unit died during the war. So that's unfortunate, but that's kind of how the history of Luverne and and the Red Bulls.
Great. I appreciate that. And that was this week's edition of the Military Minute. And also, that would bring us to the end of this week's Chamber Chatter. So I guess it's time to pull the pin on this conversation. Thanks for joining us and stay tuned.